What is going on, guys? We are back here today on Showdown. I got another discussion video for you guys. I've been doing a lot of these lately. I've been having a lot of fun doing them. Been posting twice a day, of course, with the merch drop and everything, which has been such a success. Guys, we sold 1,000 in less than 4 days, which is just beyond me. I remember it before, it would take like 4 weeks to sell 1,000. Selling it in 4 days now, I don't know what to say. Thank you guys so much for the love on this campaign. This is truly something else. But yes, we're here with another discussion video. I've been having a lot of fun doing these. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in OU. So much is good. And so today you can tell by the thumbnail and title that I wanted to talk about Urshifu, and basically what I think about Urshifu in the current metagame, and basically the fact that I think Urshifu is broken. I think it's far and beyond the best mon in the metagame, and why I think it's probably the most limiting mon in the metagame. Pheromosa was just recently banned. It was one of Urshifu's few checks, and I even thought Urshifu was more broken than Pheromosa. When they banned Pheromosa, I was like, that's cool, but I wish they banned Urshifu. So you know what? I figured I'd talk about this, and I even asked on Twitter earlier. I said, what do you guys think? Is Urshifu single strike broken? And you can see I asked the poll here, and out of 4,000 votes, 70% of people said they do think it's broken, and 30% said no. I know Joey responded saying that he also believes it's broken. You can see a lot of responses. For the most part, people think this thing is really, really tough. You see this guy posted Bozo, for example. You see Joey said one of the most limiting mons, and yeah, I was like, you know what? This is the one to talk about. Urshifu is definitely one of the scariest mons to run into. Definitely one of the most no drawback mons. And I figured, you know what? Let's talk about it. I do think this thing is broken. And, you know, I want to hear what you guys think as well. So let's hop right into it. But before I go any further, of course, I got to say that the agency merch is live. Like I said, guys, thank you so much for the love on this campaign. Truly just... I don't even know what to say. We already sold 1,000, which is crazy. We're going to be out of stock before the campaign even ends in 2 weeks. The last day is January 2nd, so there's about 10 days left to go get it. Go check that out. I believe there's a promo code you can use right now called Lucky for 10% off, so go check that out if you'd like. And also, just, hey, thank you guys for showing love with this. Go check it out. If you go on my Twitter, people have already actually received the merch. I was actually able to... already tweet out pics, as you can see. But yeah, the merch has already been arriving for some people, so go check it out already. Appreciate you guys, and let's get back into it. So I'm talking about Urshifu, people, and basically why I think Urshifu is the most limiting mon in the game and probably the most broken mon in OU right now. So if you go through OU teams in general, well, first I want to go and look at the viability rankings, and I want you guys to see the first two mons, Clef and Magirna. I believe that Clef only has #1 usage because it checks Urshifu. It's able to switch into Wicked Blow and Close Combat. I don't think Clef would be this high if it wasn't for Urshifu's sky high usage, because it's the only thing that can really switch into Wicked Blow. If you look at other teams, they can't switch in. Look at any really balanced team. Like, look at this Vacuum Wave Blaziken team, for example. All of these teams have one switch in usually, and it's your fairy types such as such as Tapu Fini. Here we have this as the fairy type. This 2 Urshifu team gets fucking destroyed by Urshifu. But you can tell that for the most part, people are able to just run one fairy. And of course, Choice Band Urshifu is running Poison Jab for the most part. Do not run U-turn, guys. Just run Poison Jab so you can get through Clef and Fini. Those things obviously have a high amount of usage. But you look at most teams, and Banded Wicked Blow is able to kill most offensive Pokemon. I talked about this before. Rillaboom is a Pokemon with decent Fizz Def. 90 defense, 100 HP, 1 hit KO'd by Wicked Blow like that. Garchomp, when it KO'd after rocks by Wicked Blow, cannot kill Urshifu in return with Stomping Tantrum, Earthquake, any of that stuff. Mandibuzz, you just close combating it twice for the kill. Tapu Fini, even with this Fizz Def spread, again, you got to be careful. You switch into Poison Jab and it's Choice Bandit, you're getting 2-hit KO'd. So you got to be very, very careful. Wicked Blow is extremely no drawback, and it's just honestly very annoying. Goes through Intimidate as well. You can obviously run stuff like Weezing and Buzzwole, but I mean, Buzzwole only exists because of Urshifu. That mon's not really good. It really only exists because of Urshifu's presence in the metagame. And people really just have to run a Clefable or some type of fairy to sponge the one hit from Urshifu. You can look at my teams and you can see almost all of them have Clefable or something. And then the other ones just hope that you can outspeed. Like this Blaziken team, for example. This team is pretty decent versus Urshifu for being an offensive team. I definitely have some stuff that lets it in and lets it get a free kill, like Latias, my own, stuff like that. However, you know, as far as offense goes, you're not really going to be able to tank a hit from that thing, and for the most part, you're going to just hope that you have something that's able to outspeed. Tapu Koko can switch in like one time, for example. But look at this Mosa team, for example. Obviously, Pheromosa's banned, but against an Urshifu, Choice Band or Life Orb, I was getting fucked up. Banded CC just kills everything on this team. You know what I mean? Banded Wicked Blow, same thing. If it's Life Orb bulk up, oh, great. I'm screwed even harder. You know what I mean? That's not to say that Bandit's the only set. I only like running Bandit and Bulk Up, but Bulk Up Life Orb, Bulk Up Black Glasses, still a very, very strong set. And for the most part, I really just use Bandit. This one has Aerial Ace for Buzzwole. Definitely not a bad choice because Buzzwole is just on everybody's team. And this one obviously has the poison coverage for the fairies, but I do like Poison Jab just because a lot of people do like Tapu Fini. Now, if we look at usage stats, and we look at 1695 plus usage stats, you look at the Mons, and all of them basically lose to Urshifu. Landorus T is famous for getting fucked up by Urshifu because it can't run Supersonic Sky Strike or anything like that. It just gets Wicked Blow and taken care of because Wicked Blow goes through Intimidate, which is great. Clefable is only this high, I said, because it's able to check Urshifu so easily. And even then, Poison Jab is able to get rid of this thing. Banded Wicked Blow does about 30-something to physically defensive variants. And if they don't have leftovers, which a lot of them don't because they run Trick nowadays, you're able to kind of get through that. Opposing Urshifu, I mean, I don't gotta talk about that. But Ferrothorn and Magearna get close combat. Toxapex gets 2-hit KO'd by Wicked Blow. Zapdos gets 2-hit KO'd, but it can threaten with Static. Heatran, gone. Spectrier, gone. Fini gets 2-hit KO'd by the whatever. Cinderace definitely can check you, but Sucker Punch. And then once you get to these types of things below this, it's just fucked. Melmetal dies. Rillaboom cannot beat you no matter what. Garchomp loses. Swampert loses. Moltres, Mandibuzz, Pelipper, like... These are all just flying types that can threaten you back, but with what? Scald Burn, and then Flame Body. That's it. And then they still lose. Nidoking, Slowbro, Drill, T-Tar, and then you can just see all these dudes basically just lose to Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, whatever the case is. Like, Urshifu also sits at that beautiful, beautiful speed tier of 97, which puts it above obscure breakers like Tapu Lele, for example, which is really, really nice. And like I said, stuff like Nidoking and Mamoswine that people like using. Yeah, it's really nice. If you look at the moves it most likely uses, Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Sucker Punch, Poison Jab. Yup, I really don't have anything else to say about that. I do like Bulk Up. Like I said, U-Turn, I really don't think is worth it. Like, I just don't know why you'd U-Turn, right? You need Wicked Blow, you need Close Combat, and you need Sucker Punch. So then your fourth move can only be Poison Jab or U-Turn. U-Turn hits what? Poison Jab lets you hit the fairies. If you have U-Turn, you're just walled by fairies completely. So there's no point running U-Turn. Always run Poison Jab or run Bulk Up Black Glasses if you're not running Bandit. I don't like Scarf Urshifu, really. I think there are way better choices for Scarfer, like Landorus, Spectrier, even Nidoking, you know, but I really don't think Scarf Urshifu is that good. I think you'll just regret it and wish you were running Bandit. But I'm going to go over some of my Urshifu teams here because I have like 1,000 in my builder. I mean, it's the best mon. For the most part, I was spamming Bandit, I think, on like all my teams. I really didn't care to use Bulk Up too much just because Bandit is able to put in so much work. But I definitely did have this team with Focus Punch, which was fun. This team had Taunt Life Orb Urshifu, which was pretty cool because it was able to keep the rocks up, and it was just pretty nice versus balance in general. I remember in one game I was able to taunt versus a Tangrowth as he clicked Sleep Powder, and then I was able to sack my Urshifu and win with Blaziken afterwards because I could SD on the Tangrowth and he couldn't sleep me. So obviously that's like a crazy situation to be in, but hey, in some cases it does work out. Looking at other Urshifu teams I have, let's see. I know for the most part I just really did like Banded. But yeah, you can see this one. This is one I used a lot. My boy Storm Zone, I think, pioneered this set. Wicked Blow, Bulk Up, Poison Jab, Sucker Punch. So this set runs no close combat. It just relies on Wicked Blow being able to get through the steel type stuff like Corviknight, Ferrothorn. Obviously gets hit hard by +1 Wicked Blow. It sucks sometimes to lose close combat versus stuff like Ferrothorn because they can body press, Thunder Wave, whatever the case is, if you can't one-hit KO. But this set is really good. +1 Life Orb Poison Jab is stupidly strong. It's capable of like KOing Clef at like 90-something%. And then obviously Fini, once you chip it just a little bit, you know, you're good to go. So Urshifu in general, I just don't think that really it's a healthy presence in the metagame. I think it's one of those mons that has no drawbacks. It's one of those mons that doesn't need to have too many creative sets. When you think about broken Pokemon, I think of shit like what Genesect, Pheromosa, etc. These mons got banned because they did, like, they have a lot of decent options, Landorus Eye, etc. But they get banned because they just do one thing really well. Landorus Eye, it had Sheer Force, Life Orb, Earth Power, Focus Blast. That together, it was too much. Genesect Banded was too much. Pheromosa, it was a combination of U-Turn, Triple Axle, Close Combat. That was the shit. It wasn't Quiver Dance that got it broken. You know what I mean? When they banned Kyurem Black, all the shit is powerful on it, but Dragon Dance is what really got it broken. And I think with Urshifu, it's just Wicked Blow, combination of that plus its speed. It only really needs to run Bandit. You don't got to run anything crazy with it. It doesn't need Swords Dance or anything crazy like that. I mean, it doesn't get it, but you get my point. Bulk Up, 3 attack is good, Bandit is good, and it really is just the ultimate no drawback mon. Like, teams are not prepared versus that shit. Like, it's very, very hard to deal with. It's very, very hard to deal with Urshifu. For any team. Even look at this team, the Agency Goon team. This team is about as good as it gets for a bulky team. I got a physically defensive Toxapex. I got a defensive Moltres. I got a Clefable. But if I played against Urshifu, I'd have to be careful, right? If he's bulk up Life Orb, well, I lose. I literally lose if he's bulk up Life Orb, right? I don't even have Haze on packs, so I just lose on the spot. Yeah, because Clefable would just die to Poison Jab, unless it's always at 100%. So you gotta think about these things. Like, that Mon is not to be fucked with. Urshifu and Bandit too. And this is a good defensive team. I mean, you guys even saw me use this in my live. I played against Urshifus and won. But I don't think this is a good team against Urshifu by any means if you play it smart. Similarly with this team, I got Dharma and Rillaboom, good breakers. Same with Garchomp, but these two are slower than Urshifu and Die. And Garchomp can't kill Urshifu for shit. And Jirachi is Scarf. I literally have played off on Scarf Jirachi because Urshifu is such a threat. But guys, I want to know what you guys think below in the comments. What do you think? Do you think Urshifu is broken? Do you think that it deserves at least a suspect test? In my opinion, I believe it's the most broken mon in the metagame. I wasn't sure what I was going to think after Pheromosa got banned. We all knew Pheromosa was going to go. But I do think Urshifu was way broken. More broken than Cinderace, Magearna, what's the other guy? Melmetal, all of them. I think that Urshifu's way more broken. I honestly would like to see an Urshifu suspect test. I just think it's way too good above everything. You look at these ranks, and Urshifu is just beating all these guys. Like, I look at shit like Kartana and stuff, and it's like, there's no reason to even run a lot of these physical attackers compared to Urshifu. It's the ultimate no drawback mon. Easily the cheapest mon ever. Let me know what you guys think. Well, it's not cheapest because Rillaboom exists, but let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Also, guys, go check out the Agency Vintage 2020 collection. Thank you guys for showing love. Like I said, 1,000 sold already is just mind-blowing. We're really about to sell out already. I know the Agency Cherry Blossom is soon to sell out, so if you want to get that, go check that out. The link is in the description. Only here until January 2nd. Thank you guys so much for the love. Going to be streaming tonight as well, and we're going to be doing another giveaway. I've been doing a giveaway for merch every day on stream almost, so I'm going to keep trying to do it. So again, thank you guys for showing love, and we will see you guys soon. Peace. Take care.